Those who have joined, you people write your name in the chat box because the LMS is still down. So when it is up, I will update all the pending attendances from the chat box. Okay. Okay. So those who are joining, you people write your name in the chat box. Okay. We will be collecting the attendance from there. So today, so in the last classes, we have studied about the classical waterfall model. Then we have studied about the iterative waterfall model. So now we will start studying the next one, that is the V model. Sorry, the Zoom got disconnected. Sorry for that. All the chats are deleted. Okay, people, please write your name again in the chat box. All the chats are deleted, so you people please write your name again in the chat box. Is my voice audible now? My voice is audible? Is my voice audible? Hello? Hello? Uh, are you guys able to hear me? Yes or no? Dolly Kumari? Are you guys able to hear me? Hello?
मैम आवाज नहीं आ रहा आपका। हेलो।
आ रहा है आवाज?
हाँ अभी आया।
हेलो? हेलो?
यस मैम।
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
अभी क्या बहुत धीमे धीमे आ रहा है?
यस। नो मैम।
अच्छा, और ये व्हाइट बोर्ड भी दिख रहा है?
यस मैम।
ओके, सो फर्स्ट आई विल रीड आउट अ फ्यू नेम्स, ठीक है? इस ये नेम्स ऑलरेडी चैट बॉक्स में है. दीज आर द नेम्स विच आर ऑलरेडी देयर इन द चैट बॉक्स. So if there are any other person apart from this whose name has not been read out, those people kindly write your name in the chat box. Okay, the names are Nishu, Shubham, Leena, Preeti Sarkar, Varsha, Manisha, Preeti Kumari, Suchitra and Savant. Okay, these 6 to 7 names I am finding in the chat box, but due to some technical glitch the other messages I am not getting, the previous ones. So the rest of the 11 to 12 candidates who are present in the meeting, you people write your name. Okay, yeah, right. Dolly, Shikha, yes, you people go on writing your name because 11 names have been missed right now. Anyways, so we will start off with the V model. So my voice is audible to you, right?
यस मैम।
Okay. So this V model, let me first draw this V model. I am writing the short form, okay? Requirement analysis and specification. I am writing the short form. Okay. Okay. Fine. So this is one variant of waterfall model also. But this model gets the name of this V term from the visual appearance. As you can see, it has got this structure of a V, right? So maybe due to my drawing, the arrows are not proper. But if you can notice like this and this, so like this and this, right? So it has a structure of V. In this model, what happens is earlier, if you would have seen the waterfall model, classical and iterative, both the models, one model was completed and then we switched on to the next model, and parallel execution of two models was not there. In case of classical, to not there. In case of iterative, what happened is, if we needed to go back to a previous phase, we could have done that, but parallel execution is not there. This is the meaning of parallel execution, that is, this and this can take place parallelly. Okay, so here what happens is, verification part and validation part, these are the verification parts, right, where we verify that whatever our specification, what is the design, what is the code, we verify. And here, through the different levels of testing, we validate, right? So what happens is, the verification and this validation, these activities are carried out throughout the development of the life cycle. Because if I am starting with this phase and I am saying this phase and this phase can work parallelly, so throughout my development of the life cycle model, this verification phase, that is this side of the phase, and the validation phase, that is this side of the phase, both the activities, they are working together, they are carried out throughout. So therefore the chances that bugs or errors will be there in the products, it is considerably reduced. Because each and every time we are designing something, we are verifying it, we are coding something, we are verifying it. So if we go on doing that parallelly, so obviously it will pass through a lot of testing phases and lot of validation phases. Earlier, what used to happen, first the design is complete, then the coding is complete, then the testing will happen. So testing would have taken place only in one phase, but here, since parallel execution is possible, so each and every time this designing and testing, coding and testing, everything is going on through the validation phase. So this validation phase is taking place a lot of more times. So therefore, if I test my program more, the chances of errors will obviously be less. It will be reduced. So therefore, this model, it is considered to be suitable for use in various projects where some safety critical software is related, where some critical issues, highly critical issues will be related. For those type of systems, we definitely need this type of model, where the system has already passed to innumerable number of testings. So more the testings will be, more the chances of getting error will be less, and these are suitable for, like, safety critical software, for suitable for safety critical software. Okay, okay, wait for a minute, let me just take these screenshots because we need to upload that also. Okay, now there are two main phases, right? One is the development phase, that is this left side entirely, it is the development phase, and this right side, it is the validation phase. So two distinct phases are there. Phase 1 is the development phase, phase 2 is the validation phase. By development, we mean development of any design, development of any code, development of any test cases, whatever it is. This side is the development phase, this side is the validation phase. Okay, so these are the two main phases, where the left half will compromise the development phases and the right half will compromise the validation phases. Now what happens in each of these separate phases? Now in each of these development phases, along with the development of the work product, test case designs can be made, plan for testing the work product can be carried out. Whereas, suppose the actual testing is carried out in the testing case only, in the validation phase only, but still, when I am designing, I can then and there plan that my design is this. So, how can I design my test cases so that I can do a good testing done? A good testing can be done. This can be designed in the design phase, not an issue. So this means parallel execution of both the phases. Instead of waiting till the testing phase, I am designing my test cases in the design phase only, whereas I am implementing those test cases in my validation phase, not a issue. Because designing the test cases also will take some time, but that time is saved, because in this development phase only I am doing some part of the testing phase, and the rest part I will do in the testing phase itself. So this validation plan created during this development phase, or the testing plan created during this development phase, that is carried out in the corresponding testing phase. That is not a problem. But since there is a provision that in the design phase only I can design how can I test my system. So in the development phase only I can design how can I validate my system. This gives me the concept of these dotted arrows. Dotted arrow means parallel execution of both these two steps can be together. So, this is the concept of development and validation. How can it run parallelly? The next is in this validation phase, as you can see, testing is carried out in three steps. First is the unit testing, second is the integration testing, and third is the system testing. Now, you will tell that then why is this unit testing is over here? Here, what happens is here unit test design is only made. In this phase, the development phase, unit test design is only made, the testing is not carried out. Okay, so the testing is carried out, the three type of testing. First, the individual modules will be tested, then the modules which are interrelated with each other, they will be integrated, and then the system will be tested. And then when the entire the system is ready as a whole to be like given to the customer, before that we do the system testing. So these three type of testing, those are done in the validation phase. And the purpose of these three different steps of testing during this validation phase is, as we all know, the purpose of any testing is to detect the defects that arise in the corresponding phases of the software development phase. That is, in the requirement phase, in the design phase, in the coding phase, whatever error has occurred, those errors can be identified and if needed can be corrected in the validation phases, that means in the testing phases. So these three are the development phases, and these three are the validation phases. And if I see the structure, it gives me the structure of a V, and also both these two phases can run parallelly. If not the entire one, at least I can design my test cases. At least the testing stage can be at least be forwarded a bit. Okay, so is this model of V model clear? Is there any query? Is this thing clear? V model, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So, can anyone say that in this V model, even if V model is an extension of the waterfall model, because these phases are already defined in this waterfall model only. So, even if it is an extension of the waterfall model, there are major differences between the two. So, can anyone say that in relation to the testing concept, testing activities concept, what is the first difference between waterfall model and the V model in relation to the testing activities? Anyone? No one can answer. Twenty-two candidates are there. Still, no one of you can answer. Then either two thing is happening. Either you people are not getting what I am teaching, or you people are not even listening. So if first is the case, I will definitely try to rectify myself. You ask me the doubts, I will clear that. And if second is the case, then there is no point in taking the class anymore. Which one is the case? First one or second one? For each of the cases, there need to be some solutions. I am asking questions, no one is answering. This cannot go on for the rest of the 2-3 months, right? Either right or wrong, at least someone answer. Can anyone answer yes or no?
Ma'am, this model deals with verification and validation.
Now verification validation ठीक है, that is okay. I am saying that in concept to the testing activity, what is the slight, I mean what is the first major difference? In waterfall model, what is to happen? We need to wait
Ma'am,
for the
review.
testing activity to start, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But in this model, is the testing activity confined to the testing phase only? Is the testing activities starting only from this stage only, or it may start a bit earlier? At least design of the test cases can start a bit earlier. Someone answer. Golden, you answer. What am I asking? You answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Answer what I am asking. Now I will ask what is the question, right?
Ma'am, please. Can you repeat your question, ma'am?
Ah, wow, very nice.
मैम
बोलो.
मैम जो मॉडल वाटरफॉल मॉडल था उसमें जो हम लोग जब टेस्टिंग कर रहे थे वो कोडिंग से ही सोर्स कोड स्टार्ट हो जाता था, लेकिन जो वी मॉडल था उसमें हम यूनिट टेस्टिंग से भी कर सकते हैं, ऐसा कुछ.
मतलब कोडिंग फेज के बाद से वो टेस्टिंग स्टार्ट हो
तो
रहा
क्लीन
था.
टेस्टिंग
मतलब
स्टार्ट हुआ. हाँ.
फिजिबिलिटी से स्टार्ट करके कोडिंग तक हमें वेट करना पड़ेगा, उसके बाद हम टेस्टिंग स्टार्ट कर पाएंगे, राइट? पर
यस मैम.
यहाँ पे एक मेजर डिफरेंस है. देखो यहाँ पे सिंस हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि टेस्टिंग हम टेस्टिंग फेज में करेंगे, पर एटलीस्ट हम जब प्रोडक्ट डिजाइन कर रहे हैं, इफ आई वांट आई कैन डिजाइन दैट व्हाट आर द टेस्ट इनपुट्स which I will be performing my testing. So if I run a program and suppose I have done a program that check whether the number is even or not. Okay, suppose I have done a program check whether the number is even or odd. So I will be giving some input to the program. Suppose to check whether the number is even, I will give input 46. To check whether the number is odd, I will give input 23. So this I will give some input to the program in order to test my program is giving me right result or wrong. So that input is known as the various test cases, the various inputs which we give to the system in order to test my system with. So these various inputs which I will test my system with, this can be designed in the design phase itself. It can be decided in the coding phase itself. Okay, so this is the
मैम तो जो
difference.
वाटरफॉल
At least the designing of the test cases, we need not wait till the testing phase. The testing needs to be done in the testing phase, but at least few work we can do it parallelly, or we can do it earlier, so that good execution of manpower resources is there, so that the testing team, they are not sitting idle for the entire period of time. Okay, So this is the first major difference, that is in V model, all the testing activities, these are spread over the entire life cycle, that is the entire development life cycle. But in the case of waterfall model, these testing phases, the test cases cannot be designed also in the other phases. Test cases need to be designed in the testing phase only. They need to be tested also in the testing phase only. Okay. So during the
Yes, ma'am.
design phase, the integration test cases, they can be designed, the system test cases can be designed, unit test cases can be designed, and during coding also the unit test cases can be designed. But one thing is that since these two are parallel, in the design phase we can design the integration test cases. In the coding phase we can design the unit test cases. In the requirement analysis phase we can design the system test cases. These things are parallel. It's not that in the design phase you are designing the system case, or in the coding phase you are designing the integration testing phase cases. No, which block is parallel to that block, that phase are parallel to each other. So in the design phase you can think of the procedures related to integration testing. In the coding phase you can think of the procedures related to unit testing. In the requirement analysis phase you can think of the procedures related to system testing. Is this thing clear?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
in this model,
Ma'am,
what happens is the best thing is this development concept and this validation concept, these two activities, they go in hand with each other. So both of them are executed somewhat simultaneously. Okay. So this is the major and the most important difference. Now coming to the advantages of this V model, what are the advantages? एक एडवांटेजेस तुम लोग बोल सकते हो. So far we have been discussing that advantage regarding the testing phase. ये testing activities, since they will be carried out in parallel with the development activities, one major advantage is what?
Ma'am, it is a more efficient,
Yes,
means more
it
error free.
more efficient. Good. Why it will be more efficient? Because there will be ultimately, if I start one phase much earlier than the phase is intended to start, then obviously I can do a better testing and the quality of the test cases will be better. Then the test team, they are occupied, so their resource utility will be good. So these all will be associated with my ultimate end product. That is, my product will be good. So if both of the activities are done parallel, there will be shorter wait period, there will be fast service, there will be better service. So if there is fast service, there is better service, there are shorter money waiting time period, then obviously the testing of the softwares will be better. So if the testing of the softwares are better, so what they will give me as a byproduct, it will also be better. So these are the various advantages of the V model. But still, since V model is also a extension of this waterfall model, so yes, few weakness of the waterfall model that we have discussed, like difficult to accommodate the changes and all, few weakness of this waterfall model, these are also existing in this V model also. Okay. So this is the concept about this V model. Okay. So is there any query in understanding the V model? Okay. So the next model which we will move on to is the prototyping model. Okay. So this is a very popular life cycle model. This prototyping model, it can be considered also, it is also an extension of the waterfall model. Now this is the reason why the waterfall model needed to be studied first, because everything you are seeing is an extensions of this waterfall model. So the basic model you needed to study, even if it is not used in implementing the software projects. So this is the concept. So prototyping model is also an extension of the waterfall model. And what this model suggests is, first we will build a working prototype of the system, as the name suggesting, before the development of the actual software. So what it emphasizes on, it emphasizes on, okay, so I hope everyone has written down their names, okay, in the chat box. Okay, so this model forms the basic idea is, first we will build a prototype before the actual software is built. Now a prototype is what? It is a toy and it's a crude implementation of the system. It's a toy type implementation of the system. So a prototype will have some limited functional capabilities. It will have some role reliability. It will have some inefficient performance as compared to the actual software, because actual software is a more advanced software. Okay. So since we are building a prototype which has some limited functionalities, so obviously the performance will also be low. Okay. So a prototype can be built very quickly by using these several shortcuts. So the shortcut are those that they involve developing inefficient, inaccurate dummy functions. So dummy functions are done which is inefficient, inaccurate dummy functions. But even if they are inaccurate, still we will be, or our work will be done, because these are dummy functions and these are not actual functions. So the shortcut implementation of these dummy functions, they may produce a somewhat desirable result, a somewhat desirable result which is matching our expectation. And if it does, then we will be focused on building the actual software. Okay. So first the prototype construction will be there with few lesser what will I say, few lesser functionalities, with few dummy functions. And then after this prototype is done, after the prototype is used, it is seen that okay, it is giving me somewhat what I am demanding from the software or the service, then I will start building the actual software. So this is the concept of prototyping model. Now what is the necessity of this prototyping model? Okay. So prototype model is also advantages to us for specific types of projects. So three type of projects are there for which this prototyping model can be followed, or it is advantages. First is, it is advantages for the development of any GUI part of any application. So if my application involves developing a graphical user interface, for that part of the application, first building a prototype or making a prototype is always better, because through the use of the prototype it becomes easier to illustrate the input data, the messages, the reports, and the various interactive dialogues which we will be doing with the compute customer. Okay, so this mechanism for gaining better understanding of the customer's need, we follow prototype model, turns out very useful in developing any GUI part of a system. Okay, so for the user, what happens is it becomes easier, it becomes very much easier to form an opinion regarding that why would it be more suitable by experimenting with a working user interface. So what happens is, suppose the user is demanding something, and the company is saying that okay, I will give you this thing. So instead of rather trying to imagine that how my hypothetical user interface will look, if the company in a few days or months can at least give a certain prototype to the customer that okay, your interface will look like this, are you more or less happy with it, you want a few less things or few more things, or you want this GUI to be a bit different, what is your opinion. So instead of imagining that how my GUI will finally look, if I give a certain prototype to the user, they can decide, they can form an opinion that whether that what the company has made, that is useful or not, that is suitable for their purpose or not. So this GUI part of any software system is always developed using the prototype model. Okay, so this GUI part of any software system, it is always, almost always developed using the prototype model. The next concept where this prototype model is useful is that, okay, so the next